Did you know every day in the UK, over 5 million people aged 70 and above hold a valid driving license? But did you know many of them are unknowingly breaking the law? Shocking, right? Even more concerning, thousands lose their licenses each year, not because they're dangerous drivers, but because they're unaware of changing rules. Imagine this. You wake up one morning, planning to run a few errands, only to find a letter from the DVLA. Your license has been suspended. Why? A simple medical declaration you forgot to update. Or maybe your eyesight slipped just below the legal standard and no one told you. Most drivers over 70 think, "I've been driving for 50 years, I know what I'm doing." But the rules aren't just about experience anymore. They're about strict checks, mandatory renewals, and little-known conditions that can quietly invalidate your license. So what are these 10 crucial things every senior driver needs to know? What simple oversight could cost you your freedom to drive? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stay legal, stay safe, and stay behind the wheel with total confidence. Number 1. Mandatory license renewal at 70. Here's something most people don't realize until it's too late. Turning 70 doesn't just mean celebrating another milestone, it also means your driving license quietly expires. That's right. In the UK, your driving license automatically expires when you hit 70, and you must renew it every 3 years after that. Now here's the kicker. The DVLA doesn't chase you down with phone calls or constant reminders. If you miss the renewal date, your license becomes invalid. Driving with an expired license, that's a criminal offense. You could face fines, get points on your license, or worse, your insurance could be voided in the event of an accident. It's not just paperwork. It's your legal ability to drive. Thankfully, renewing your license is straightforward. You can apply online through the official gov.uk website or request a D46P form by post a few months before your 70th birthday. The process is free, but you'll need to confirm a few key details, like your eyesight, any medical conditions, and whether you're still fit to drive. Here's a tip many overlook. Don't wait until the last minute. Processing times can vary, especially during peak periods or postal delays. If your renewal is delayed, you legally can't drive until it's approved. Set a reminder months in advance and get it done early. And if you're helping a parent or loved one, check in with them about this. Many seniors are unaware of this deadline. Being proactive with license renewal isn't just smart, it's essential. One simple deadline, one crucial responsibility, and it all starts the day you turn 70. So are you prepared, or are you gambling with your legal right to drive? Number 2. Medical conditions must be declared. Here's a serious truth. You could lose your license, not because of how you drive, but because of a medical condition you didn't report. The DVLA requires drivers to declare certain health issues that might impact their ability to drive safely. And after age 70, the spotlight is even brighter. Conditions like dementia, Parkinson's, diabetes with hypoglycemic episodes, and even untreated sleep apnea are on the DVLA's notification list. The full list spans over 100 conditions, many of which seniors may unknowingly develop or underestimate. Failure to report a relevant condition isn't just an oversight, it's a legal offense. If you're involved in an accident and it's discovered you didn't report a condition that should have been disclosed, your insurance could become invalid and legal action could follow. It's not worth the risk, not for your safety and not for others on the road. But don't panic. This isn't about punishing drivers. It's about ensuring everyone on the road, including you, is safe. You can report medical conditions directly to the DVLA via their website, and they'll evaluate your case based on medical evidence, not assumptions. Sometimes they'll let you continue driving with no change. Other times, they may ask for further checks or issue a short-term license. It's all about honesty and prevention. A simple form could protect you from massive consequences down the road. Now let's open it up. Do you think these rules are fair? Or do they add stress for older drivers trying to stay independent? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're finding this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights like this. Your safety and peace of mind matters. Number 3. Eyesight standards are strict. You might feel confident behind the wheel, but when was the last time you actually tested your eyesight? Not squinting to read the speed sign or adjusting your rearview mirror, but a proper clinical checkup. Many older drivers assume that if they can get through their daily drive, their vision must be fine. But that's where the danger hides. The legal requirement in the UK is clear. You must be able to read a car number plate from 20 meters away. It doesn't matter how well you drive, how many years you've been doing it, or how familiar you are with your route. If you can't meet that standard, you're technically not legal to drive. Age doesn't always bring dramatic vision loss, but gradual decline is incredibly common. Cataracts, glaucoma, and macular degeneration can sneak up subtly. You might adjust to dimmer lights or blurrier signs without even realizing your eyesight has changed. The law doesn't require regular eye exams after a certain age, but it absolutely expects you to be honest about your ability to see clearly. The responsibility sits with you, not your optician, not the DVLA. Make it a personal rule. Get your eyes tested every year once you turn 70. It's simple, often free, and it could be the difference between staying on the road or not. Driving is about more than control. It's about awareness, clarity, and the ability to react in a split second. And none of that happens if you can't see the danger coming. So next time you head out, ask yourself, are your eyes really up to it? Don't just guess, no. Number 4, cognitive assessments may be needed. You've renewed your license, you've passed your vision test, but out of nowhere a letter arrives. The DVLA wants you to undergo a cognitive assessment. Your first thought? Panic, but take a breath. It's not a punishment, it's a precaution. As we age, it's natural for certain reflexes to slow down. Processing speed, memory, and spatial awareness can all shift, often without us even noticing. This isn't about intelligence, it's about how the brain and body respond under pressure, especially behind the wheel. So when does the DVLA step in? Usually after a GP or specialist flags a concern. It might follow a medical diagnosis like stroke, dementia, or even a concerning pattern in your driving behavior. In some cases, family members may express worries. The goal isn't to revoke your license, it's to ensure you're still safe to drive, and that any risks are addressed early. Cognitive assessments don't involve trick questions or academic tests. They typically include driving simulations, reaction time tests, and visual spatial tasks, all designed to evaluate how your brain handles real-world traffic situations. These assessments are usually conducted at local mobility centers, where professionals guide you through the process respectfully and supportively. In many cases, drivers are cleared and sent on their way. Sometimes adjustments are recommended. Occasionally, licenses are restricted or suspended, but only when it's necessary for safety. What matters most is safety, for you and everyone else on the road. And the truth is, many drivers leave these assessments feeling reassured, not penalized. Think of it not as a test to fear, but as a chance to confirm you're still the sharp, responsible driver you've always been. Number 5. Age-related reaction time changes. Imagine this. The traffic light ahead turns amber. You have half a second to decide, brake or keep going. For younger drivers, that decision is almost instant. But for older drivers, even a fraction of a second delay can change everything. Reaction time naturally slows as we age. It's not a flaw, it's biology. Nerve signals take just a bit longer to travel. The brain might hesitate ever so slightly while processing movement, distance, or changes in speed. In everyday life, it's barely noticeable. But on the road, those milliseconds matter more than we often realize. Now, slower reaction time doesn't mean you're unfit to drive. It just means adjustments are necessary. That might look like increasing following distance, avoiding rush hour traffic, or driving routes you know well and feel confident on. Many seniors also benefit from light reflex training, simple at-home exercises that improve coordination and mental speed. Think of it like stretching before a workout. But for your brain, car technology can also help. Features like automatic emergency braking, blind spot detection, and lane keeping assist provide an extra safety buffer for those moments when reflexes are a little slower. Modern cars are tools, use them. It's also about mindset. Confidence is great, but self-awareness is better. Knowing your limits doesn't make you a weaker driver, it makes you a safer one. Driving is one of the last freedoms many seniors fiercely protect. And rightfully so, but staying free on the road means respecting how time shapes our abilities and adapting accordingly. So ask yourself, do you drive like the roads haven't changed? Or are you smart enough to drive like you have? Number 6. Insurance premiums may rise. You've never had an accident. You follow the rules, your car is modest, and you drive it with care. So why is your insurance premium climbing year after year? In the UK, age is one of the most significant factors insurance companies consider when calculating premiums. And unfortunately, once you turn 70, you're statistically placed into a higher risk category. Even if your personal record is spotless, this can feel unfair. After all, many senior drivers are among the most cautious and responsible on the road. But insurers work with data, and data shows that older drivers are more likely to suffer from health-related incidents or slower reaction times, both of which can increase accident risk. The good news? You still have control. Start by shopping around. Loyalty doesn't always pay in the insurance world. Use comparison sites to explore options, and don't be afraid to call companies directly. Sometimes a phone call can unlock hidden discounts that aren't visible online. Consider taking a driving refresher course. Some insurers offer discounts to older drivers who complete them, proving you're committed to staying sharp behind the wheel. You can also reduce premiums by adjusting your policy. Low annual mileage, choosing a smaller engine vehicle, or agreeing to a black box telematics policy can all help lower costs and demonstrate safe driving habits. Premiums may rise, but they don't have to skyrocket. Being proactive, informed, and flexible can keep your rates manageable and your independence intact. Because driving isn't just about the car, it's about freedom, confidence, and making smart choices, especially when the rules of the road start costing more than expected. Number 7. Restricted license options available. For many older drivers, the idea of giving up driving entirely feels like giving up part of their identity. But what if there was a middle ground? Something between full independence and complete restriction. Enter the restricted license. In the UK, the DVLA can issue a driving license with specific limitations tailored to your health, mobility, or cognitive ability. These aren't designed to punish, they're designed to protect. Restrictions might include driving only during daylight hours, avoiding motorways, or sticking to a limited radius from your home. For some, that might sound limiting, but in reality, it's a smart compromise. If you only drive to the local shops, the GP, or to see family in town, do you really need full national driving rights? These licenses can be suggested by medical professionals or following an assessment at a mobility centre. And if conditions improve, the restrictions can sometimes be lifted in future renewals. It's not a life sentence, it's a safety buffer that can evolve with your situation. The goal here is dignity through flexibility. Many seniors can continue driving for years under a restricted license without any issues at all. It's simply a way to keep people moving, safely and with confidence. Restrictions also help reassure family members who may have concerns, making everyone feel more secure. So rather than seeing restrictions as a downgrade, think of them as a personalized route to stay on the road. A tailored solution that respects both your independence and the realities of aging. Because being behind the wheel should never come at the cost of safety. And with the right limits in place, it doesn't have to. Number 8. Support for senior drivers is growing. Here's something many older drivers don't realize. You're not alone in this. In fact, support systems for senior drivers are stronger and more accessible than ever before, and growing rapidly. Across the UK, numerous organizations, charities, and government initiatives are focused on helping older adults stay safe and confident behind the wheel. One standout example: mobility centers. These specialized hubs offer driving assessments, practical advice, and even tailored retraining sessions, all designed to help you drive safely for longer. Then there's Age UK and similar charities, which offer guidance on everything from license renewals to insurance questions. You can also find support through local councils, where many offer senior driver workshops or road safety courses designed specifically for those over 65. What's great is that most of these services aren't about forcing people off the road. They're about extending your time on it. safely and smartly. They recognize that driving is often more than transport. It's independence, connection, and quality of life. Many drivers who take advantage of these services report feeling more confident, not less. They learn new techniques, discover technology they weren't aware of, and gain reassurance that they're still capable and safe behind the wheel. There's even emotional support available. For those transitioning away from driving, counseling services and family coaching can help navigate that change with grace and understanding. The message is simple: support exists, and it's meant for you. So no, you don't have to figure this out alone. Whether you want to stay on the road or plan your next steps with dignity, the support is out there, and it's growing every year. Number 9. Family and general practitioner can influence driving decisions. Sometimes the conversation isn't started by the DVLA. It's started around the kitchen table, in a GP's office, or after a close call on the road. When it comes to senior driving, family members and general practitioners, GPs, play a surprisingly powerful role in what happens next. For many older drivers, this can feel like a loss of control. A well-meaning daughter, a cautious spouse, or a concerned doctor might raise the topic of safety. It's emotional, personal, and often difficult, but it's also necessary. Family members are often the first to notice subtle changes: missed turns, hesitation at junctions, or unexplained dents on the car. Their input can be valuable, even if it's hard to hear. GPs, on the other hand, have a professional responsibility. If they believe a patient's health condition makes driving unsafe, they are obligated to inform the DVLA. This doesn't mean an automatic loss of license. Instead, it often leads to a medical review, assessment, or recommendation for short-term restrictions. In many cases, it's a conversation that results in more support, not fewer rights. If this situation arises, the best approach is openness. Listen to concerns, ask questions, and get clarity on what steps are actually required. Many times, drivers come away from the process feeling relieved, knowing that their safety and the safety of others is being taken seriously and handled with respect. Driving decisions can't be made in isolation. Sometimes, the people who care about you most see what you might miss. And that outside perspective can be the key to staying safe and driving smarter for years to come. Number 10. Penalties for non-compliance are severe. Think the rules are just suggestions. Think again. When it comes to driving over 70 in the UK, failing to follow the regulations can come with serious consequences, and ignorance isn't an excuse. If you continue driving without renewing your license after 70, you're technically driving illegally. That alone can lead to fines up to £1,000. But it doesn't stop there. If you're involved in an accident and haven't declared a medical condition, your insurance might refuse to cover the damages. That could leave you personally liable, not just for repairs, but for injuries or legal costs. And if authorities determine that you were knowingly driving unfit or unlicensed, the penalties increase. You could face prosecution, have your license revoked on the spot, and even receive points that make future insurance premiums unaffordable. It's not just about losing your license. It's about losing your freedom, your finances, and your peace of mind. There are real cases where older drivers unintentionally violated the rules, just by overlooking something simple, like an expired license or undeclared eyesight issues. The stress, financial burden, and emotional fallout that follows can be life-altering and deeply upsetting. But here's the thing: every single one of these penalties is avoidable. The system is built around giving you chances to stay compliant. Renewals, assessments, medical checks. You just have to take them seriously and act on time. Don't let one oversight undo decades of safe driving. The law doesn't bend for good intentions. It demands action, awareness, and responsibility, especially at this stage in life. Because keeping your license isn't just about staying mobile. It's about doing it right, by the book, by the rules, and by the standards set to keep everyone safe. And now we want to hear from you. What's your biggest concern about driving after 70? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one. If this helped you, go check out our last video on practical tips for driving safely after 70. It's packed with value. We put a lot into these videos to keep you informed and protected, so please support us with a quick subscribe. It's just one click, but it means the world to us. Stay safe, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the next one.